Hello, good morning everyone. Today I will discuss about the concept of transistors, working of the transistors, transistor configurations, voltage gain, current gain and power gains, right? So especially in previous class or previous video, what is meant by a Zener diode and what is PN junction diode. Next one, the problems regarding to Zener diode. Okay. In general, main difference between PN diode and Zener diode is PN diode is a lightly doped material, lightly doped PN junction diode. Zener diode is a heavily doped PN junction diode. Both are having same characteristics in forward bias, whereas in reverse bias, in case of Zener diode, at a particular reverse potential, small reverse potential, there is a maximum current flows through it, which is called as the breakdown and is also known as Zener breakdown. This breakdown cannot be possible in case of ordinary PN junction diodes, right? Okay. Next one, PN junction diode means a P-type material is doped on one side, N-type is doped on another side, then it will form a PN junction diode, right? Next one, in this class, transistor means transfer plus resistance is called transistor. That means transistor is a device which conducts the signal from low resistance path to high resistance path. Means signal will pass from low resistance to high resistance. Okay now? That is the definition for transistor. Next one, how the transistor is designed. In general, transistor is made by the joining of two PN junction diodes side by side. Suppose one PN junction diode, P-type and N-type material. Another PN junction diode, P-type and N-type material. Let N-type materials of both the diodes, they are joined together to form PNP. For example, transistor means transfer plus resistance is called a transistor. How the transistor is designed? Say here, suppose it is a PN junction diode. This means it is a neutral region. The P-type region and this is N-type region. And second one, this is also a PN junction diode. This is P-type region, this is N-type. Let the two N-type materials are joined such that here any join this. This is totally N-type material. Here is a diode. This is a diode. Okay na? Therefore here two diode devices formed. Two PN junction diode formation of the two PN junction diode is known as resistor or transistor. Right? In general, this PN junction diode on one side may be total depression may కాకుండా ఒక సింగిల్ లైన్ ఇండికేట్ చేస్తాం. ఇక్కడ కూడా ఇలా ఇండికేట్ చేస్తాం because it is a junction of P-type and N-type material. It is also a junction of P-type and N-type material. Right? So here a N-type material is sandwiched between two opposite P-side materials. then this is known as PNP transistor. PNP transistor. అలాగా suppose a p-type metal is sandwiched between two opposite n-type materials, then it forms another transistor named as NPN transistor. Right? So what are the types of transistors? PNP and NPN transistors. Right? Suppose here, let us consider one transistor. It is designed such that initially this total is taken as a silicon material, silicon or germanium, whatever. In general, silicon is preferred than the germanium. It is silicon material. At the middle of the silicon, suppose a pentavalent, a light pentavalent impurities are doped. Light means a very lesser number of pentavalent impurities are doped atomically. Pentavalent means it converts into n-type. So it is known as the n-type. On the left side of the silicon, majority number of trivalent impurities are doped. Trivalent impurities means it becomes p-type. Again on the right side of the silicon, some less number of trivalent impurities are doped such that it also becomes p-type. Right? So here this is one diode and this is another diode. Okay now? This is one diode, this is the other diode of the arrangement. It is a two diode symbol, means two diodes combination. This is nothing but the transistor. Okay. Let's hear how many regions are formed in this transistor. There are three regions. Left side region, middle region, right side region. In general, the left side region generally it is known as emitter. Middle region is known as the base of the transistor. Right side region is known as the collector. Any transistor consists of three regions: emitter, base, collector. Right? Now again, what are the properties of emitter, base and collector? చూడండి ఇక్కడ. Emitter means దాని పేరులో it emit the charge carriers into the circuit. It emit the charge carriers. That's why it is said to be emitter. The charge carriers coming from the emitter, they are collected at the last region, which is named by collector. Collector means it is a region of the transistor which can collect the charge carriers coming from the emitter. And the middle region is known as the base. Right? In general, this is known as the emitter, means basic properties are on compared with base and collector, area of cross section of the emitter will be more. That means it is having more number of charge carriers. P-type means it is having more positive number of charge carriers. That's why more number of charge carriers ఉండాలి అంటే compulsory emitter region is a region which is highly doped material. Okay na? Highly doped means it contains large number of positive charge poles. Again, the last region, the last one is known as the collector. It is moderately doped material. Moderately doped means number of charge carriers will be less than or compared to emitter. So it is also p-type. Here, okay. దీంతో కంపేర్ చేస్తే contains less number of reactive charge carriers because it is n-type, so that it is having only a few number of charge carriers in its electrons. These are the properties corresponding to emitter, base and collector. Come on, tell me. What is meant by emitter? First point is emitter is one side of the transistor. It is a region one side of the transistor which is having large area of cross section or large space, and also it is heavily doped region. Collector is having lesser area on compared to emitter, and it is to be moderately doped material. And a narrow region between emitter and collector, which is a lightly doped material, is known as the base of the transistor. Right? Okay. But here there are three regions. One is emitter, second one is base, and the third one is collector. In any transistor, and again, there is a junction formed between emitter and base. So it is known as the emitter base diode. And another diode is formed between collector and base, which is known as the collector base diode. Okay, now there are two diodes. One is lying between emitter and base. Second one is lying between collector and base. So it is emitter base diode, and this is collector base diode. Okay. Now here, how the transistor is working? What is the working principle of the transistor? I will explain. The working principle of both NPN and also PNP transistor. First one is working of PNP transistor. Working of PNP transistor. Suppose here, before we read this, first one is it is PNP transistor. Second one NPN transistor. In the case of NPN transistor, a p-type material is sandwiched between two opposite n-type materials. N, and this is N, this is P. P-type material is sandwiched between two opposite n-type materials. This forms NPN transistor. Here also, this is a junction lying between, it is emitter, it is collector, and this is base of the transistor. Suppose here, this PN junction diode lying between emitter and base, this is why it is called as the emitter base diode. Also, in between PN and n-type materials on this side, this is another diode which is called as the collector base diode. Okay, now collector base diode. In this NPN transistor, emitter means n-type materials. Any type of transistor emitter is always heavily doped material. Means it is having large number of electrons. Right. Again, collector is moderately doped material. It is also n-type. It is having less number of charge carriers compared to the emitter. These are the electrons. The middle region, which is very thin and is also lightly doped material, means it is having less number of charge carriers. P-type property, there are only 504 positive charge carriers. So this is called as the NPN transistor. Clear this here? Suppose in case of PNP and NPN transistor, what is the direction of the current in the transistor? Are you understand? Current direction is always taken along the direction of the positive charge carriers, protons. Conventional current direction is always along the direction of the protons or along the direction of the positive charge carriers. Or conventional current is opposite to flow of electrons, whatever it is. Suppose here it is a two diode terminal. We can say that current is flowing through the transistor. It is, remember my dear friends, current is always flowing from emitter region to collector region. Remember this point. So here, what are the volume of charge carriers in emitter region? Positive charge ions. That's why these positive charge ions tend to move through the PN junction diodes. That means it indicates the conventional current direction. Means the direction of current in case of PNP transistor is taken from emitter to base. Right? For NPN transistor, maybe this emitter can inject the negative charge electrons into the circuit. That's why electrons can move along this direction. This is electron direction. Then opposite direction of current direction. That's right. Current direction in case of NPN transistor is taken from base to emitter. In case of PNP transistor, emitter to base. Next again, what are the circuit symbols of both NPN and PNP transistors? Very important. Circuit symbols of PNP and NPN transistor. Any transistor can be represented by a circle. It is a circle with three lines. One is a horizontal line. Second one is represented like this, and this is the third one. So you have this. This horizontal line always indicates the base of the transistor. Base. These two vertical inclined lines, one indicates the emitter and second one indicates the collector. But how do you find out that emitter line and also collector line here? Let here okay. Out of these two lines, which one is emitter and which one is collector? Therefore, that indicates or that identified by using direction of conventional current. Suppose it is a PNP transistor. Here the current is moving from emitter to base now. That's why on these two lines, on one of the line we can place an arrow mark. Suppose this is the arrow mark. Compulsory arrow mark must be lies within the circle. Arrow mark lies within the circle. Suppose ila indicate cheste one of the line is emitter and second line is collector line. Madhyalo value base. Arrow mark indicates the direction of conventional current. Compulsory arrow mark kept on the emitter line, not on the collector. That is a symbol, circuit symbol. Say here, emitter to base. Arrow mark indicates emitter to base. Conventional current. Emitter to base means this is nothing but the PNP transistor. Next one, NPN transistor. In same way, this is an NPN transistor. It is a base, and these two lines, one is emitter line and second one is collector line. So in this situation, on the emitter line, suppose the arrow mark is taken from base to emitter. Base to emitter, that is the current direction. Base to emitter means that is the case of NPN transistor. Right? So, away from the base to NPN transistor, towards the base to PNP transistor. These are the symbols of circuit symbols of PNP transistor and NPN transistor. Right? Next one, what is the working principle of the PNP transistor and also NPN transistor? Working principle means how the transistor will be work means how a current is passing through the PNP and also NPN transistor in general. Let here, to flow the current through the transistor compulsory, how many diodes are there? In any transistor there are two layers. What are the two layers? One is emitter base layer, second one is collector base layer. But in some of the textbooks, it is simply emitter diode, this is simply collector diode. Enough. Emitter diode and collector diode. Compulsory any transistor for the working, emitter diode must be in forward bias and collector diode must be in reverse bias. Let here, this is the PNP transistor. Working of PNP transistor. Working of PNP transistor. Right? Cut it out. In any circuit diagram, if the transistor is used such that emitter diode must be connected in forward bias, collector diode must be connected in reverse bias. Means how many batteries are there? Two batteries. Suppose it is a K-junction diode. This is emitter and this is base and this is ground. This is in forward bias. In forward bias to undalante compulsory we are connecting a battery across it. Battery connection another thing. Collector diode is also in reverse bias means it is also connected to another battery. Another battery which is ఇది ఏ bias లో ఉండాలి? Emitter diode must be in forward bias. Forward bias లో ఉండాలి అంటే కంపల్సరీ P-type emitter is connected to positive polarity of the battery. N-type is connected to negative polarity of the battery. It is positive on this side. Right? This is in forward bias. Again, the collector diode is in reverse bias means in reverse bias P-type emitter is connected to negative polarity, low potential, and N-type emitter is connected to positive polarity. And this is the common region or it is simply ground. No problem. Sir, one doubt రావచ్చు. ఇది నెగటివ్ కనెక్ట్ చేసింది, పాజిటివ్ కనెక్ట్ చేసింది, నెగటివ్ కనెక్ట్ చేస్తే రాంగ్ చేస్తాను. Both are different. For all convenience, these two are connected in single line, but there are two lines. Right? Okay. So therefore, in this situation, it is reverse bias. Come on, children. First point is, if the emitter diode is in forward bias such that P-type emitter is connected to positive polarity of the battery, N-type base is connected to negative polarity of the battery, so that these positive charge holes are strongly repelled from the positive polarity of the battery. That's why these are tend to move towards N side. Holes are tend to move towards N side. Okay na? Or base is connected to negative polarity means the electrons. These electrons are tend to move towards or towards. Okay? Are you understand? Suppose it is forward bias లో ఉంటుంది, ఇలా పోతుంది, ఇలా పోతుంది అనుకుంటుంది. And at the same time, collector diode is in reverse bias means positive charge holes in collector region, they are also repelled strongly from the negative polarity of the battery. That's why these are moving like this. Even all. Okay. Probably, suppose emitter region, it is a heavily doped region means it is having majority number of positive charge holes. Okay, maybe suppose there are 100 positive holes present in the emitter region. Suppose all these 100 positive charge carriers or positive charge holes, they tend to move towards from left to right. How many electrons are there in the base region? Maybe here there are 4 only. Means out of 100, only 4 positive charged holes are recombined with the electrons in the base region and they become neutron. Then what are remaining positive charged holes? 96. That 96 positive charged holes are 96 positive charged holes are entered into the collector region. Right? Also, this collector region, it is having p-type semiconductor. This is having positive charged holes. These are strongly attracted towards the negative quality of the battery because of this character in reverse bias. So, this is the conventional direction of the positive charged holes. Right? Okay. ఈ హోల్స్ ని ఇలా చేస్తారు. ఈ హోల్స్ ఇక్కడ నుంచి వచ్చే 100 హోల్స్ లో 96 number of positive charged holes are entered into the collector region without recombination of electrons in the base region. Okay na? Here these 96 number of positive charged holes are entered into the collector region. Then what is the emitter current? Emitter current is represented by I, base current is equal to IB, and collector current is equal to IC. Suppose here all these electrons are also positive charged holes, they are having same charge points Q 1.6 into 10 4 minus 19. Generally current I is equal to formula N into E, N into E by T. E same, T is also same. Means current is directly proportional to number of the charge carriers. Therefore, total number of charge carriers lying in the is equal to 100. So 100 volts is applied cheste 4 volts are recombined in the base region such that these 4 can constitute the base current. Remaining 96 positive charge volts are entered in the collector region. These 96 positive charge carriers they constitute the collector current. That means IE is equal to IB plus IC. In general, in any transistor, emitter current is always equivalent to the sum of base current and collector current. Right? సరే ఇక్కడ పాజిటివ్ చార్జ్ హోల్ ఏంటి? పాజిటివ్ చార్జ్ హోల్ is an imaginary positive charge hole, imaginary constant. So these positive charge holes may move from one side to another side inside the transistor, but in the external wires, because these are connected to the battery with the wire, in the external wires current conduction is mainly by the electrons, not by the positive charge holes. Right? Suppose here emitter region is having majority number of positive charge holes and also some minority number of electrons are there in p-type semiconductor. Minority number of electrons. These electrons are strongly attracted towards the positive polarity. That's why electrons are moving like this. These electrons can flow through the external wires. Also, in the base region, this is battery. This can supply the electrons, negative charge electrons which is electrons. So these are the electrons, right? These electrons coming from the negative quality of the battery, they are entered into the base region. Again, these electrons move towards the p-type semiconductor, crossing over the PN diode, and while moving the electrons into this region, they can break the sum of the covalent bonds. Both in n-type or p-type. Suppose here ఒక covalent bond జరిగింది. One electron positive charge hole generate అవుతుంది. Electron can move towards the p region and positive charge hole can move towards this direction. Okay. Continuously by moving the electrons, they will break the covalent bonds such that number of electrons in positive charge holes are continuously created. That's why current will flow through the PNP transistor continuously by connecting the two diodes or two batteries. Okay. So here 100. For 100 positive charge moles, a few number of positive charge moles are recombined to the base region, approximately less than 5%. Remaining మొత్తం they are entered into the collector region. Entered into collector region. So this is the working. Suppose you are saying this is the base region in the collector battery. This is the negative polarity. From the negative polarity, electrons are conducted or electrons are moving like this. These are the electrons. Okay. Again, these electrons coming from the battery positive polarity, they enter into the collector region. They recombine with the positive charge moles. Recombination means it's a functional region again. Cover it out. All these positive charge carriers coming from the emitter material, they are recombined with the electrons and they form the neutral region. Further, the electrons coming from this battery, they will collect the neutral region and again forms the electrons on both ways. That's why electrons are moving like this, holes are moving like this. That means current will flow through the transistor, right? Alani in the battery positive means some of these electrons may be passing along this direction and they are moving like this towards the battery transistor. So this is the working concept of the PNP transistor. Next one, what is the working principle of or working of NPN transistor? Working of NPN transistor. Same way. Suppose it is an NPN transistor. NPN, and again this region is called emitter. It is base and this is collector. Emitter is having large number of charge carriers. N-type property, it is having majority number of electrons. Majority number of electrons. Base is a light bound material. It is p-type and also having less number of positive charge moles. Collector is moderately bound means it is having moderately number of charge carriers and compared to the emitter and base. This is emitter base diode. This is collector base. Compulsory for the working of the PNP or NPN transistor, emitter diode must be in forward bias and collector diode must be kept in reverse bias. Here also we are having two values. This is the emitter base diode. It is a collector diode. For the working of transistor, emitter diode must be in forward bias. Forward bias means n-type material forward bias lo undali ante compulsory n-type material is connected to negative polarity of the battery. Remaining one is p-type. Okay. It is collector base diode. This must be in reverse bias means n-type is connected to positive polarity and p-type is connected to positive, negative, positive. So that it is in forward bias and this is in reverse bias. Observe it. Suppose in case of emitter region, electrons are strongly dependent on the negative polarity, that's why they tend to move towards p-type. Right? And again, collector region is connected to positive polarity of the other battery. That means these electrons are attracted towards the positive polarity. These are moving towards the battery positive. Okay. These electrons, they are moving through the connecting wires towards the battery always. Because please remember my students, in the external wires, current conduction is mainly by the electrons, not by the holes. And here, it is the negative polarity. This will conduct the electrons. They move towards the base. Okay. Suppose it is also the negative polarity. Electrons are coming from the battery. They move towards the emitter region. Right? Next again, 100 number of electrons, suppose for example they are coming from the emitter region. Out of 100, 4 electrons are recombined with the 4 positive charge holes in P region and remaining 96 electrons are freely entered into the contact region. That's why total 100 is equal to 4 plus 96, 100 means number of charge carriers coming from the emitter region, they constitute the emitter current. 4 electrons recombined with the positive charge holes in the base region, they constitute the base current, which is equal to I2. And 96 electrons are entered into the contact region, they are responsible for the current. That means IE is equal to IB plus IC. Okay. Right? These are the working principles of NPN and PNP transistors. And also, these two are very important in case of IP examination. In essay question also. Write the working principle of NPN and PNP transistors. Please, my dear students, this total matter I cannot send through the PDF material or PDF notes. You can study the working principle of PNP and NPN transistors only in our IP standard or IP material. Right? And also that there is no need of explanation for working of NPN and PNP transistors. Just only remember 2 points. For the working of NPN and PNP transistor, emitter diode must be in forward bias and the collector diode must be in reverse bias. Enough. Right? Okay. Next again, I will explain about transistor configurations. Transistor configurations is of 3 types: CB,